This presentation goes over progress monitoring using the Success Ed program. When you are progress monitoring using Success Ed, the very first thing you're going to do is log into Success Ed and click on Reports and then Programs. So you're going to log into Success Ed. Sorry, it's taking a second. You're going to click on Reports, Programs, and Bulk Progress Reports, and then Run Report. Once you do this, you're going to select the school, and I don't know if it's going to let me run a training school, but you're going to select that school, and then your school, and then you're going to go over to the side and you're going to click Run Report. Once you run the report, the progress reports will populate at the bottom, but you're going to click on the export drop-down menu and you're going to save it as a PDF. And once it saves it as a PDF, you're going to be able to open it and you'll be able to view the progress reports. So as you're viewing the progress reports, oh my goodness. I can get back to the screen. Okay. As you're viewing the progress reports, the things that you're going to be looking for is there should be a progress report for every special ed student, unless they had an ARD in the last couple of weeks. You're going to be looking for measurable progress for each goal and objective, and the progress should be reported according to the IEP. So if it's set at 70% by 36 weeks, then maybe they're at 50% or 60%. If it said 3 out of 5 trials, then maybe they're at 1 out of 5 trials right now. Progress should be made on each goal, or an explanation given why there was not any progress made. If they stayed at 50%, was it due to absences or behavior? If no progress is made over several periods, or if they're at risk of failure, then an ARD needs to be scheduled to address the lack of progress. TEA says that LEAs must provide notice to parents if a student has unsatisfactory performance in a subject. This is a resource that you can get onto for administrators. It talks about FAPE and how the LEA is going to show FAPE by ensuring the IEP goals are frequently and adequately monitored and the data is analyzed to allow a shift in instruction. It talks about data collection within the classroom doesn't have to be separate from instructional time, especially if our teachers are using the unique curriculum. The data progress monitoring is built in, so it should be fairly simple for them to do along with their lessons. If there is not progress made, the instruction doesn't result in expected progress, then we need to go back to ARD and figure out, specially designed instruction isn't working, we need to do something different. If they're above their target and they master it, we come back to ARD and set new goals. If on target, obviously that's good. Inconsistent, we're going to address it the next time we come back to ARD. But if they're below task or if it's too difficult, we need to teach prerequisite skills. We probably need to come back to ARD and adjust the goals. If their student is passing or failing a class is not directly tied to the progress and mastery of the goal. The goal is based on the individual need of the student, and you're trying to master that goal by the end of 36 instructional weeks. Grades in the classroom are based on work done over the grading period. So a lot of times newer teachers will get confused with that. But if the student does not make progress, then we definitely need to come back and look at what's going on. Here's an example of a progress report that was printed for the first and second grading period. You can notice on here there is no progress percentages listed in the progress statement. The goal asks for 100% of the time. Here it asks for 50% of the time and then 75% of the time, but there was no progress percentages entered. Here there's no wording entered at all. In this one, they're able to identify the coin but not state the value, which is good information, but we still need progress. This is looking for 50% and 75%, and also this one doesn't have a reporting period too. This one has period 1 and 2, but it does not have progress. It just says they're working toward this goal. This one has the same wording copied and pasted in both sections. It's asking for 100% here. Here it's asking for 75%, and it's just copied and pasted over and over again in the goals. The reason this happens is when you open the goal and you save it without entering new progress, it just copies the wording from the previous progress statement. So the teacher has to clear that out and enter new progress each 6 weeks grading period. The reason you're seeing 2 1s is that was just an error there that could easily be fixed. But once again, there is no percentages listed. This one, you can see the wording is the same on all of them. This one has periods 1, 2, and 3, and there's no progress. This one's looking for 70%, and there's nothing listed. Same thing here. This one does have measurable progress documented. This is a new IEP from September 14th, so it's not going to have progress period 1 on it, but it does have 70% here on Arctic habitats, ecosystems, and biomes. The goal says different habitats, so this clearly tells you where this student is, and it has, still progress to make because they're still learning new habitats. This goal right here has 50% of the time. The goal is 70% of the time. This is a good measure of progress, and this is what it should look like.